Duce, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel real good. No injuries whatsoever. I'm not too winded overall. My endurance is good. I just wish, I wish the fight had gone a little different. I wish I could have opened up a little more. Instead, I had to play defense and kind of strike when I could instead of when I wanted to.
You had said in the pre-fight interview that you were working hard on your cardio, and it looked like, at least from outside the cage, that might have been the difference. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I really do think that he may have gotten winded early on, and I could kind of see it. I mean, he still exploded well at times, but explosions are, every now and again. Throughout the fight, though, I think if he had had that pace routinely instead of just in those explosive moments, then he would have been able to do more than hold me and try to wait and work. He would have been able to open up his offense a little more.
The fight started with him hitting you with a 1-2 combination that looked like it just sort of woke you up. Did you have any cobwebs before the fight started, and as you were doing the stare down and as the bell rang to start the fight?
No, I'm not a cobweb type of dude. I really don't. I don't get the nerves. I'm kind of laid back. The thing is, though, it does usually take me around to get going.
Yeah.
And that was the case here. I didn't expect him to even try to hit me. So when he did, it was kind of like, okay, you got me. Now let's do it.
With all the rear naked choke attempts, I was reminded of David Loiseau versus Evan Tanner, which was a long time ago. But in that fight, Loiseau seemed to feel like he had confidence giving up his back and being able to defend the rear naked choke. Did you feel after a while that you were relatively comfortable in that position? The first round he had you, it flattened out and everything.
Yeah, I mean, as a wrestler, I knew he would be able to take my back and flatten me out if he was given the opportunity. But as far as the rear naked game went, he didn't. I mean, there was just a simple little details to a rear naked choke that was not there. He did a normal MMA guy's rear naked. He didn't drop his hand to the base of my neck. There was certain things he didn't do, and it did make it kind of easy to pill. I mean, it was tight, but he left it to be open to be pilled.
The second round, he came out very wet. He had a lot of water on him. Was that a concern at all that when the second round started that you wouldn't be able to maybe do your submission game because of the slickness?
Not really. Honestly, I wasn't banking on submission, so it didn't go through my head. I wanted to keep it standing. So yeah, I mean, it really did. It did affect it, but did it go through my head? No, because I wasn't thinking about submission attempts. Now, and do I think it really honestly cheated me out of any submissions? No. The one submission attempt I think I had came from Keisa Gatama. I had him in a Americana and it turned into a straight arm bar from my leg, and the slickness didn't factor in.
Yeah, it was your slickness putting that thing on. That was
exactly
amazing. The other thing I was going to ask about was the punches that you had in the second round seemed a lot sharper than in the first. Anything that you were changing up or that he was doing differently that were allowing those to connect better?
He was just a little bit more winded, I think. He had less pop to his movement. So.
Did you feel like you won the second round?
I do think I won the second round. I mean, especially if you minus points, if you take points away for stalling.
Yeah. Yeah, the third round was all about him holding you up against the fence and then preventing you from really sort of getting off. Even with your back against the fence, you were the one landing more strikes. Did you think that he was holding you because he was more winded, or do you think that he might have felt like he had you by 2 rounds and he just needed to ride out the third?
I honestly think it was the wind factor.
Okay.
In a three round fight scenario, especially when you've been around and you've been cheated by judges, or at least you felt like you've been cheated before, you know better than to just sit there and pray for the judges.
So how'd the fight go, versus your expectation? You said that you felt like you were doing a little bit too much defensively to what you were hoping to do. I imagine with a war like that, you don't feel frustrated coming away with the victory.
Not at all. I really feel like I really wanted to show the crowd more, but honestly, I think I took every opportunity that I had available to me. I played the game that I was able to play to the best of my ability.
So what was going through your head when you were flattened out? I think it was on 2 occasions to try to get out of those rear naked chokes.
I just kept thinking that it's a matter of time because he didn't pay attention to his details in his rear naked, and I kind of let him go further in the sinkage than I should have because I knew he didn't sink his hand down, so I knew I'd be able to pill, so I let him get it tighter than I should have, and he almost just got it based on just me being stupid.
Did that affect your wind at all, or were you you're okay? I mean, you looked like you
Honestly,
were cruising the whole way.
Yeah, he was in the dominant position. He was the one exuding more energy, not me. And in a rear naked, either you get the choke or you don't. But if you don't, you just wasted all that energy. All I'm doing is trying to breathe.
Any sponsors, Jim? Anybody you want to thank?
Grappler's Domain and Sean Cooper's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at Trainers Elite.
Fantastic, Duece. Thank you very much. Great fight.
XFC Training Center.
Awesome.